Okay, so we're going to do a DVD bonus extra behind the scenes. Mark mentioned during our interview that he had this like massive mega Google Maps. So Mark, show us around a little bit of this map. I'm going to bring it up.
Okay, so well, I guess I'll zoom out first. So this isn't all the layers on, but I have some of the digs over here. Okay, so I have what I call folklore environment. So things that were happening like around the area. For instance, I don't know if people realize, but like the just right next door to Palmyra is this right here, maybe? Yeah, the Fox sisters. They're like right there, man. So so this is the Palmyra area here and some of the treasure digs that are there. But hold on, let's go to Susquehanna. It's a little more fun. So we're going through Seneca County down here, and then it's probably choppy. I don't know for you guys, but here's some of the treasure digs, and some of these are kind of general locations, but like for instance, this one's pretty well spelled out that it was at the point of this particular hill. So you can
cool.
Here, let's click on one. What's this? This one is, this is kind of a fragment of a story, really, but they were looking for a cannon, and I have a date, approximate date here. They were driven away by the owners of the land, so I try to keep track of success and failure, the location it happened. All we know is it's on an Indian trail, quote there. The only one we know that would participate was Joseph Jr. And
wait, so you have all of this data for every one of those little points on the map, like where it came from, who was involved in success or failure.
Yeah.
Were there any successes?
Okay. Yeah, so there was some success, but it kind of depends on how you measure it. I will say that there's times where they unearthed a treasure chest or something, but it like vanished. So they saw it. So do you count that as success or not? I don't know. But there are some things that he physically retained, and let's talk about those.
Yeah, I want to see the successes.
Okay. So here we go. First, the most famous, we've got the brown seer stone, which this is my replica stone here. It looks okay from a certain angle. Okay, so remember, he got out of a well, but we have a lot of sources that say that he went there under the pretense of digging a well, knowing he was getting something there, looking for something. All right, his white stone, which he found on the shore of Lake Erie, according to the story, also kind of led there by Sally's stone. We have not pictured. Well, let's do what I do have. We have a piece of a treasure chest. This is my actual piece of a treasure chest, or not maybe. And that one's actually pretty well documented. We have that he would show it. He showed it to Christopher Stafford and Lucy Smith. Maybe talks about it. I have to go back and look.
So he's got this piece of wood that he'll show people and say, "This is a piece of a treasure chest that we actually found when we dug."
Yeah, the story is that someone got excited, jumped in there, which they assume is Joseph Sr., jumped into the pit and sunk his crowbar or pickaxe into the chest, broke off a piece, and then unfortunately that made the chest, slip away. So that's what they would show to people, I think, to show they got pretty dang close. So
yeah, that's definitely not a con.
And then there's a few more which also kind of are suspect. But one is that the feather, they said the treasure chest was under the feather. They dug down and found the feather, but they didn't find the chest. So maybe Joseph was telling the truth that there was a chest under there. So then there was also Charles Atherton, who stated in the courtroom that they were looking for gold, and they found a piece of ore that looked like gold, but they didn't actually find any gold. So that's sort of a success. And
they found fool's gold.
Yeah, pyrite or something. And I thought there was one more. that was the success. Well, the gold plates, man. That's the real success right here.
That's true, actually.
So
And if
he
they were
did
that
receive-
light, then it's no surprise that he could run through the forest carrying them.
That's true. Yeah, we got him here. Reformed Egyptian. So, yeah. Is there anything? I guess you could count the spectacles or the Urim and Thummim, perhaps.
Well, that's interesting because one of the classic stains about this is that anyone who can use their magical ability to locate treasure will simply go locate the treasure for themselves.
Yeah.
They don't have to hire themselves out to locate treasure for somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
And so you wonder, like, why would people believe that they had the power to locate treasure if they could never actually produce a success? But what they do is they produce a success for something that is low value, that proves the skill. And then they come up with a story that says that because of the way the magic works, I can't look for treasure for myself because that greed would invalidate the magic. But you can hire me to look for the treasure for you. And so informing people of the way that the magic works then makes quasi sense. Oh, okay. And you found this goose feather where you said you could find it. So your skills clearly, let's go dig for a silver mine.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Well, and
that's such a fun story. And that resource of that map with all those different points linked by that, is that something that may become public in the future? Because that is so cool.
Yeah, so I definitely enjoy this kind of stuff, and I want to make it available to people, but I'm also kind of like a shy researcher where I'm like, but I'm still working on this, but it's never really going to be done. So I have to get it to some level of respectable, like just at some level.
I'm going to recommend that you add it when you get it into a point that you're happy with it now, where people would find it interesting. Add it as a Patreon perk for somebody at some level, because that would be so fun to explore. Like I have this virtual reality thing that is tied into Google Maps, and it would be so fun to load up something like that and be able to fly around to the different areas in VR and explore them. That would be really cool.
It's true. And I want people to have that. Like, that's kind of how I got into this in the first place, was it was fun to go to these locations that had theoretical treasure digs, And so I want people to experience that same joy that I had. So, yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, I don't want to make this a whole other episode, but when you mentioned that you have this, I was just like, oh, we got to do an extra just because that is such a cool, fun resource.
Really, really fun.
All right.
Okay. Cool.
Take care.
Bye.